What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another one. If you're new to the channel, I am Gold Pony. This is Gold Pony Crypto. And so, in this video, we are going to be covering the Bitcoin price and where I think it is going, and the CRO price and where I think the CRO price is going as well. We're also going to be touching on some major announcements for the Cronosverse because some big things just dropped literally like an hour or two ago at the time of me filming this video. So this is brand new as well. I'm going to tell you guys what happened with Marie Cyborgs, kind of sad story there. Going to be covering some massive news about the Marbleverse and a bunch of upcoming mints on the Cronos chain as well. And so before we get started, nothing in this video should be considered financial advice. This is simply for educational and entertainment purposes. And so let's first start with the Bitcoin price. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this Cointelegraph article because this pretty much says exactly what I have been thinking this whole time here. So the title of this is 2 Bitcoin price prediction poll, same outcome, 10,000 BTC is coming. And so consensus sees Bitcoin at 10,000. A survey of 2,200 people conducted on China-based social media platform found that 8% would buy Bitcoin when its price hits 18,000 according to Wu Blockchain, while 25% of the respondents prefer to wait until Bitcoin reaches 15,000, but the majority anticipated the price to fall even further, with 40% saying that they would buy Bitcoin at 10,000. So this is essentially what I have been thinking all along, and this kind of corresponds with what history tells us as well. I wanted to touch on this because, of course, when Bitcoin falls to 10,000, essentially half of what it is currently at, does that mean CRO could possibly fall to half of what it is currently at as well? Just something to think about there. If we were to see that, that would put CRO at approximately 6 cents. So wanted to lay that out for you. When do I think this is going to happen? According to history, it's kind of towards the end of the year, maybe November-ish, give or take a month. But I think everyone's going to kind of know when this is going to happen because you'll see the price. And just speaking on Bitcoin terms, if the price goes below $15,000, I'd say it's safe to assume we are at bottom or very near bottom in my personal opinion. So first wanted to start by covering that. Next, let's go ahead and touch on Marie Cyborgs because I do want to end on a good note because this is not one, unfortunately. And so behind the storytelling and beyond, here's why we stop or not. I've been hearing some rumblings on social media about Marie Cyborgs possibly being a rug pull. They're not a rug pull. Actually, Cyborg is a very good person, and I've spoken with Cyborg plenty of times, and essentially they're a team from France, and they were putting out a fantastic project. The Marie Cyborgs NFTs went up as high as nearly 1,000 CRO floor price, so that is telling you right there, if you took profits at that point, you did amazing. Average selling price, I think, is still like 650, but now, of course, it's a heck of a lot lower. So I'm going to read to you some of these bullet points, and then I'm going to give you my personal opinion about what actually happened here. Overall, it says our roadmap is established in order to be respected. It is now 90% complete. The success is immediate, and the community reacts well to the project. We thank you once again. What about Metaverse? So one of their initial goals was to bring the Marie Cyborg and Metaverse fashion show essentially to the Metaverse. So that is one thing that wasn't done yet. Essentially, they said after multiple contacts with different Metaverse actors, we came to the conclusion that the ecosystem was not yet ready for this kind of initiative, mainly for technical reasons. A haute couture fashion show in Game Boy quality does not make sense. So essentially they scrapped that idea, at least for the time being, because it's just not doable, I suppose, because I believe I remember them saying they tried something similar in Decentraland and it just didn't work out. So they also gave out plenty of royalties along the way as well. I did want to touch on that because there were plenty of incubated projects through Marie Cyborgs in which they were giving out a portion of those royalties. So a lot of people made money with that. So the last paragraph I wanted to touch on is this a scam? Are we coming back? Clearly, it was never our intention to trick anyone, and besides, if that's what we knew we wanted to do, we would have done it differently. Why lean on a real person, being Marie? $60,000 in staking several months after the mint. Why leave the sites and Discord online? Why give explanations today? And they were insanely active on Discord and Twitter and all that stuff. So will we come back? We don't know at the moment. The current crypto crisis, the fact that we have all lost most of our crypto savings doesn't encourage us to propose new things at the moment. Moreover, our personal lives have changed a lot in the last 6 months. We both became parents, being both Cyborg and the dev. I knew Cyborg had a baby girl, and this community needs people who can invest a lot of their time. And I don't know, if you guys haven't had kids before, you don't maybe understand that part, but if you have had kids, you know that newborns, when they're first born, do not sleep. So you have to probably wake up every few hours, and you might be saying, oh, the mother's gonna wake up every few hours. And the mother can't continue to do that. They eventually have to sleep too. So the husband or the father has to help out, obviously, as well. So it is both ways. Both parents are very much very tired at the end of all of it, but it does get better, Cyborg, if you're watching this. But so see it as you wish. We call it a break. If our community doesn't want to wait for our eventual return, if some goodwill soul wants to take over the project, please contact us by mail. So that's where we're at right now. Cyborg, I know, has been in talks with a few different people that have potentially offered to take over the project. I don't know if it's going to be a temporary takeover or permanent takeover. I don't know if Cyborg's coming back. It's all up in the air at this point. But anyways, do want to lay this out. 100% not a rug pull. This is just real world kind of stuff. When you have two of the main people in the project both had a newborn baby, the time is gone essentially. And the time to run a project like this is absolutely nuts. But anyways, I wanted to mention all that. It's not a rug pull, it's just real life basically. But it is a little bit of a reminder to take profits when you can. I will say that. All right, so now let's touch on the Cronoverse, because there are some massive news relating to the Cronoverse. I'm gonna look down on my phone here real quick. So land staking is to end on August 28th. Alpha launch is going to be August 29th. So alpha launch meaning after the land staking is done on August 29th, you can then start actually building on your land. So I'm super excited for this. I got 2 plains tiles, a suburban tile, and a commercial tile. So I'm super excited to start building on all of them. In the meantime, they are all accumulating tons of verse token on Crodex right now. So that is pretty cool. But anyways, second super huge exciting news for the Cronosverse. They have announced a mint date for the Crovillions NFT. And so if you're not familiar with this is, if you don't have land in the Cronosverse, you can still participate in the Cronosverse if you have a Crovillion NFT. That is the caveat. This isn't one of those metaverses where you can just jump in without having skin in the game. You have to have a Crovillion NFT. So here's some of the details, not all of them because not all of them have been announced yet. So they just posted on Twitter here. I just retweeted it. Date August 2nd, 2022. That is going to be the mint date. So coming up maybe in 2 to 3 weeks-ish from the time of this video. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, location Abyssus Bay. Love that it's on Abyssus Bay. That's pretty cool. So put it in your phones right now, August 2nd. If you do not own land in the metaverse and you want to participate in it, that's how you're going to want to do it. So definitely keep a lookout for that date. Some additional information here on the tweet: whitelist snapshot, AMA dates, and mint pricing information to follow. Stay tuned. So again, not announced yet. Next on the agenda, the Marbleverse has officially minted out, 100% completely minted out, the first project I believe to ever mint out 20,000 NFTs. That is a heck of a lot. And you know what's funny? The second everything was completely minted out, instantly the floor prices they increased a lot. I'll say that. I was gonna say double, but that's exaggerating. It didn't double, but it increased a lot. So that is pretty cool to see. I got a good bit of marbles because quite honestly, it's so freaking addicting. If you haven't tried it yet, you at least gotta get 1 marble and give it a shot because it is addicting. But 20,000 marbles have been officially sold out. So the Marbleverse team and everyone who is in that project, congratulations. Congratulations to all the Marbleverse holders. That's pretty exciting. Next thing I want to show you guys, I'm going to go ahead and go to cronosresearch.com in case you guys haven't heard of them already. I think every Cronos YouTuber has probably mentioned them at some point. They have an incredible website. They are literally, the people that work on this have to work on it around the clock because they are always up to date. But anyways, wanted to touch on upcoming mints, and you can get NFT statistics on floor prices and all kinds of different stuff on this website. But upcoming mints on Cronos, some of the ones I am looking at right now: Battle Ready Boys. It actually says the amount of days until it's out too. It says 8 days. Team Mustachios, 13 days. Tough Tiger Gang, 15 days. Pampered Pandas, that looks like some pretty cool art as well. So actually gives you the mints that are coming up, although Cronosverse just announced it literally a couple hours ago, but I can guarantee you, give this website a couple hours and they will have the Cronosverse mint up there as well. So wanted to touch on that as well. But anyways, that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to follow me on social media at the bottom of the screen. Be sure to hit the subscribe and the bell notification button if you're into crypto.com, Crow, and Cronos. That is what we do here on this channel after all. Do appreciate you guys watching more than you know, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Stay gold.